Hello everybody, it's Zeester Goes Retro here. It's been a week since I uploaded my last video, and today I have another one just in store. So, last week my video was about some Game Boy Advance games I got from the Electronic Flip, hence why the video was called the Electronic Flip Trip. And I recently just picked up something from the Electronics Flip. I took another visit back there, and it is none other than the Game Boy Advance itself. Now, I had the Mario Game & Watch, but I wasn't playing with it a lot, so I decided to trade that in. I expected to get an original Nintendo DS, and I'll show you why. But instead, I found this for $65, and had I had enough money, well, I did. I did have enough money to pay for this. So yeah, this is in a Model 1 Game Boy Advance. The SP model was like $100 and something, so that was a little too expensive. I was like, 65 is still a little pricey, but compared to other consoles, I mean, especially the TurboGrafx or the 3DO I saw there. By the way, I made a mistake in my last video saying the 3DO was like, $50, I believe. No, it was actually like well over 100, maybe even 200. I mean, that's a rare console, so. But this is the Model 1 Game Boy Advance, and my god, it is in beautiful condition. D-pad, the buttons. I do have a couple things to say about this console, just a little criticism. But I love the transparent look, though. The transparent look makes it as if there's so much more to look at. Now, first of all, I noticed the A button is a little bit... Can you see how it's not centered? If you take a look at the A button, if you can see it, and same for the B button, they're not typically centered in the middle. They're like more towards the left. So, they're not typically centered like almost like every other button Nintendo has made. Like the GameCube buttons, they're centered, and even the ones that aren't circular are centered. Not that that bothers me a lot at all. It's not like it's a stick or anything, it's indented on there. But not that that's bothering me. Also, like I said, this thing works and it's in perfect condition. If we turn it on, well, you can see the screen just fine, but that's because this room is well lit. This thing does not have a backlit screen, though. Also, when you turn it off, I just gotta love how it just fades slowly. It just slowly fades away. Very slowly. So let's see, if we turn this off, now it's a little darker. If we turn it on again, I'm a little shaky tonight. It's on, but you can't see the screen. This thing is not backlit. Meaning, so you know how you could play your Nintendo Switch and see it in the dark? Well, you cannot with this thing. And same for I've heard about this with the Game Boy and Game Boy Color. It doesn't have a backlit screen, so you have to play it in a well-lit room. So with the lamp on, with both the lamp and the light on in the basement, that's how you can see it really well. Another thing I gotta love about this thing is, so my DS Lite, I meant to bring that down. My DS Lite had crap shoulder buttons. Like, I had that thing since childhood. That was my very first video game console. And recently, I have to, like, really, really press down the shoulder buttons to get them to do anything. But here, shoulder buttons act as they should, and it's a breeze. Now, also, there's a port here that looks like there would be a charger. It looks like there should be a charger here, but this thing actually takes batteries. Since it's transparent, I don't even need to open the lid to show you the batteries. I have Energizer batteries in there. The guy said it doesn't come with batteries, so I have plenty of batteries here at my house. So, it requires 2 AA's, and this thing, it really should come with a charger if you're going to add this port in here. I think this is like the link cable where you connect 2 Game Boy Advances and use the e-reader. Also, the start and select are very similar to the DS Lites. I mean, this predates the DS Lites. They're very nice to press. I gotta love that Game Boy Advance logo. I gotta love, the most important thing I love about this is it's a Game Boy. These things are vintage. And don't worry, this is a used model. This isn't fresh out of the box. Because if it was in the box and sealed, it may as well be a collector's item. Also, another good thing I gotta say about this, so you remember when I unboxed this last week and they're already kind of tangled? I don't know why I can't just switch to earpods. Why I gotta be so old school? Because that's just how I am. So, there is a headphone jack in here, as a matter of fact. If I plug it in, it actually does work. I tested this tonight with F-Zero GP Legend. If you can hear it, it actually does work. So I'll try to hold them up close, and hopefully you can hear it. If you heard, I don't know if you heard that, but that was, the headphones do work. Or actually, these are earbuds. The jack does work very, very well. And yes, it definitely plays game. Now, you gotta like really insert the cartridge in there. Like, I brought a game to test. I haven't tested this one on here yet. I have, let's see. This is King of Fighters Neo Blood EX. I mean, I know this is King of Fighters game. Sorry, I went brain dead for a second. So you like gotta really get that in there. And if you don't have that in there, oh, well, I got it in there well, but the Nintendo logo is not showing. So, gotta, also, another complaint, gotta really get that out. I mean, you cannot go easy on these things. You gotta, like, you gotta be rough when you get it out of there, and you gotta be a little bit rough when you get it in there, like that. Hopefully it still works now. Wait, what the hell? The hell? It's not working. Try it again. And this time, be more aggressive. Like, I don't want to be aggressive on this thing. This is an old system, and I want to take good care of it. But it's a used system. I want to use it, and it's making me do all the stuff I don't want to. Alright. As you can see, something's not right. It does work on my DS Lite, but I gotta... time to go. Based on my knowledge of old school gaming, let's see if this works. Let's blow inside the cartridge and see if that does anything. I heard about something that it adds moisture in the cartridge. I don't know if that just did. Hopefully. Oh, I think I can see a little moisture in there. While that dries up, let me show you another game. So, if you want to play NES games on Game Boy Advance, here's NES Classic Series Dr. Mario. Let me sit down first because my back's hurting from sitting in one place for less than 10 minutes. I am an old man for my age. Now that goes in there well, and if you see the Nintendo logo on the bottom, that means the game got in there just fine. And I'm a big fan of Dr. Mario. I absolutely love this game for the NES. Let's just go level 10. We'll do Eden mode. Actually, oh, also, I discovered something recently. Let me set this down here. If you press these back buttons, I didn't notice this. It actually brings up this menu, and this is for the NES Classic Series games. It actually has continue, reset. So let's go to, ooh. I thought I scratched the D-pad for a second. So let's go to, oh, it even has linked played for like 2 players. So that's, I knew this would be a different version of Dr. Mario than the original one on the NES. But that is quite the difference. So let's go to reset. I'm just gonna do easy. So level 3. Level 10 would take too long, so I mean I can beat it. I'm not a noob at this game. So consider this partly a gameplay video. This is partly a Let's Play because I'm playing on a Game Boy Advance, and hopefully you can see the screen well. While trying to get my phone not to blur up. I can't see 100% well because, like I said, this isn't a backlit screen. Welcome to the retro game. Welcome to retro technology. At least the NES probably had a... I would imagine the NES on the CRT TVs had a backlit screen. So, like, why can't these? And don't worry, I do absolutely love this thing. I thought it was a great thing to trade in my Mario Game & Watch for, so... Yeah, that's right. If they're becoming more rare out there, the ones from 2020, well then, there's another one available. Because I sold that one. I mean, I don't know, I just didn't really care for it that much. I mean, it was alright. If I had that thing in, like, middle school, where I didn't have the NES Classic yet, I would have flipped out in excitement, because I've always wanted to play old school Mario back in 8th grade. So we're gonna finish up defeating these viruses, and hopefully we get to beat our player. Oh wait, there's another blue virus there? Dang. Okay, but we can... Oh, I thought that was Yellow Castle. Ah, I can't see so well. I'm blind when it comes to the Game Boy Advance. Can we fit that in there? Yes, we can. Alright. It's going to be even harder for you guys to see because you're looking at a tiny, tiny screen. Just looking at me playing in tabletop mode. I used to play games this way, actually, with my old DS Lite. I used to play in, like, tabletop mode. I wouldn't even play it with my, like, properly, like this. I would just leave it on the table with my DS and just kind of play it like I was in the arcade. And that was especially pretty good for Namco Museum DS. Because those are like my... Alright, cool. Alright. So with Namco Museum DS, like I was saying, they're like old school arcade games, and the DS does kind of look like an arcade stand a little bit, and that was my only means of playing retro games nowadays. Well, actually, it was Super Mario DS and Super Mario 64 DS. Since they're now, like, over 15 years old, they now considered to be retro. And I think that's what I heard. If something's 15 years or older, it's considered retro. So I guess 15-year-olds can be called retro, I guess. Alright, let's try King of Fighters again. I'm gonna be a little bit pissed if this doesn't work. Still? Alright, let's really, really get it in there this time. Alright, that should be... Like, what the hell? I keep trying to... Like, what is wrong with this? Alright, I don't know if I can get this to work. I don't know. It's not the Game Boy Advance. The Game Boy Advance is working just fine. It's this game. What's wrong with it? Like, I swear to God, this is like, I didn't try this on the Game Boy Advance yet, but that's why I'm trying it now. Alright, I really, really pushed in there. Yes, finally, Nintendo logo. Thank you, Lord. What the fuck? Bro. Alright, let's try turning it off and turning it back on. It has the Nintendo logo, so why isn't it starting up? There's something wrong with this. Like, it worked just fine on my DS Lite, but with the Game Boy Advance, it just does not want to... And what a shame, because this is a good tournament fighter, too. Let's really push it in there again. Nintendo logo. Sometimes you just gotta kind of wake games up a little bit. There we go. If it starts crashing, I'm just gonna cry river tears. I don't want this game to break. With old used games like this, you really just gotta kind of... It takes trial and error a lot, because you just have to, like, wake them up. You just gotta, like, give them a good awakening, because they haven't been, like, used in a while. I mean, I've played this, like, not too long ago. Like, maybe a month or two ago. This is a good game. I've played it on my DS Lite. Let's just do a quick... let's see. Let's do a quickie. I love the 8-bit style music in the game, and the intro music, it just kick ass. Let's just do like one battle. We'll go real King of Fighters here. As long as I get to be Terry Bogard. Here, I'll just play in tabletop mode again because that's the easiest way to see. And in fact, there we go. I bet you can probably see the screen better now. Like, I just gotta love how it just sounds like actual Game Boy. How good am I at tabletop mode? Let's just go ahead and mash your buttons here. Can we do any special moves? Oh yes! I just successfully did a Kuro Wave or whatever it's called. I have Terry for the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC, and he just kicks ass. I mean, he is like a really underrated and such a good character. I mean, Terry Bogard is one of my absolute favorite characters in Super Smash Bros. Because I've gotten very used to him, because... There we go. So let me just explain a little bit about Terry in Smash Bros. So Terry does not deserve to be underrated like he is in Smash. I mean, he is a very, very good fighter. I mean, I've gotten used to his moves. My favorite move is like when he dashes, just like when he dashes into his opponents with like flaming fists. Just flaming fists of fury, man. And even when he does Kuro Wave is what I'm assuming it's called. It's just like, it's not one of those B moves where it's like Samus's move where you can charge up your shot and then shoot somebody and then KO them. It's not one of those B shots. I mean, the Kuro Wave is pretty alright. But I mean, the up dash, oh yeah, another one of my favorite moves is when you do like down in B where he jumps up and then like pounds his fist in the opponent, like on the ground. Like just goes like this. Yeah, it's a good move. I mean, Terry's such a good character in Super Smash Bros. After this round, I'm gonna show you something else. Forgive me, can't see my screen. This feels weird. I haven't played like this since I was like 7 years old, 7, 8. And after I kind of ruined my DS Lite, my parents got me the 3DS. Oh, what did I? Man, screw this. It's playing weirdly. Okay, well, I'm glad I got the game to work, though. The only game I haven't tried with this yet that I have is Tekken Advance, another great tournament fighter. Also, why I have a paper towel down here is because... Oh, my cat's here. I mean, my cat's in the basement with me. You're gonna... Ugh. Really don't want to ruin this system, but... It's like the PlayStation 1. At first, I was having a little trouble getting the discs out of their cases, and the system, like, oh no, I don't want to break this. I'm already getting used to it. It just takes a little bit of muscle. And if you guys want, here, if I'm in the basement, I gotta show my cat. Buddy, we're making another YouTube video. Game Boy Advance this time. Hi, everybody say hi to Fredo. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yeah, so you're gonna be a YouTube video. Look at him. Look at how plump he is. Look at how plump he is. If you subscribe, you get to see my cat more often. I heard cats also like that, when you get to, yeah, stroke their tail a little bit. Alright, enough of my cat for right now. Let's get back to the video, and hopefully I don't have too much fur on my hands. Also, I'm wearing you can see I'm wearing my new PlayStation shirt today. If you see any stains on it, I apologize. I'm like sweating in this thing today. Yeah, it's fall. It's fall at this point, but it was still pretty hot today. It was still pretty decent weather. So as far as I'm aware, this thing not only plays Game Boy Advance games, but also Game Boy and Game Boy Color. Well, also NES, because, you know, the NES Classic series. So I picked up Tetris 2 for the original Game Boy. Now, why didn't I pick up Tetris 1? Because Tetris 2 kind of caught my eye. And I have, in fact, played this game before. It's really different from the original Tetris, and yes, I have also played that. But it's a good game. I mean, look at this. This is, as far as, like, physical copy cartridges go, this is the oldest game I own. Look at how old this is. Nintendo Game Boy. It has, like, it looks like it's literally a portable NES cartridges. Now, to make sure this is a legal copy, it does say official Nintendo seal of quality. it does have the official, what does that say? Game Boy Power Pack, Nintendo logo on the bottom, some coding on the side, but I don't see a Nintendo copyright thing on the back. I don't see that on the back. I'm still positive it's a legit copy. I've studied Game Boy Advance cartridges more than regular Game Boy cartridges, but I'm pretty sure this is. I'm completely sure this is legit. No, it is actually Tetris 2, and I'll show it. No, so Game Boy and Game Boy Color games do work with the Game Boy Advance, and when you turn it on, this happens. It's the Game Boy Color startup, which I absolutely love. And the title music is. I'll just let you take this in. What a banger! Here, my favorite part's about to come up. I know this game was made in 1993. 1989 was when Tetris for the Game Boy, Tetris 1 for the Game Boy came out. I know it came in 93, but that part screams 80s for some reason. So we're gonna do let's do level 1. This one round can take a very long time, so this is like the easiest mode, and let's just see how long this takes. So what you gotta do is, you gotta, again, colors, you gotta match them up. And since it's Game Boy, it's also got, like, different textures. I love this music here. The music is really good, and it's amazing how old games are so good. Considering, like, 80s and 90s, a lot of people wouldn't expect games to be this good. Oh yeah, if you get, like, the flashing ones, they, like, every game, it's like all games are just kind of unique. Like, it's like Mario games, you know, you get your Zelda game, Castlevania, Contra, Mega Man, all your absolute favorites. So, I'm not able to get that either. Oh, there we go. Also, I drank a ton of coffee today to the point where I had the biggest coffee rush in my entire life. Not that you need to know that, but just thought I'd put it out there. Just to spice things up for the video. It was a pretty big coffee rush. Like, I mean, I just ordered a medium coffee, and it's just, like, I felt completely, like, more than awake. I felt, like, legit hyper. Like, I mean, I love coffee. It tastes weird, but it's just it's so great. But I had a hell of a rush today. Talk about really getting my schoolwork done. Yeah, see, it's like, I'm playing on level 1, but it's just like, this round takes a long time because of this crap. Like, it's just, the last one's right there, but yet I gotta, alright, well here, let's see what this does. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I mean, that's often happens, like, with the really, really long ones, if you get, like, 5 in a row, something, like, all the corresponding blocks nearby blow up. Alright, good. There we go. I have beaten level 10 and level 15 on medium mode, and a little scene with a moon rock happens. Like on level 10. I mean, I'm not really going to spoil it if you want to play this game for yourself, but yep. And I have a couple more things to show before I end the video. I will be right back. Okay, so the reason I bought the Game Boy Advance. So my original intention, like I said, was to buy the very, very original DS model. But throughout my childhood, I grew up with this system, the DS Lite, and it was a hell of a system for the time. If I had known this could play Game Boy Advance games, like pixelated games, back then, oh, I'll probably have a hell of a collection by now. So why did I buy Game Boy Advance games when I didn't have this thing yet? Well, clearly it has like the little slot you pull out. So again, why would I So I'm just gonna ask this again. Why would I buy a game? Okay, so now why would I buy a Game Boy Advance when this can play Game Boy Advance games? I mean, first of all, I hope you like my custom cover. I actually drew this because there's like all kinds of markings on this, and I'm about to show you what happened. So first of all, there's like a marking there, if you can see it. This thing has all kinds of markings, and it's a piece of crap at this point. I mean, I hope you like my custom cover, though. I kind of did it with paper and kind of laminated with tape. It actually kind of works well. So if you open it up, yeah, you can see all the tape in the, like this part right here. If you were to like to unwrap this, you could see all kinds of marks here, like beat up marks. Like, yes, as a 7-year-old, I used to have some game rage too, and I apparently didn't handle it well enough. I mean, my phone's blurry. Yeah, even at 7 years old, and 8 years old, I had some pretty hardcore game rage. You know, Mario Kart DS was a hard game when it came to the balloon mode. Always lose. If I had known the select button, you gotta hold the select button to freaking add more balloons to your cart, I would have aced it a long time ago. Like, I didn't really have a goal in mind. I just used to play balloon mode just for fun. The DS still works though. Alright, so let's put in a game we already know uses the shoulder buttons, which is NES Classic Series Mario. So you just gotta firmly put it in there. Also have New Super Mario Brothers. So I have like New Super Mario Bros. DS in there. Yes, and yes, like I did probably see it in one of my videos. I don't know if I did. I actually gave that game away to a friend and bought it back at Play and Trade. And it does work. The DS still works perfectly fine. As you can see, volume's off. So yeah, the GB8 slot, after like, I don't know how long how long did I have that thing? I got this thing when I was like 9 years old. No, actually 7. How old am I? I am 19 years old. I've had this thing for like 12 years. Yeah, like around 12 years, I believe. So let's turn the volume up so you can hear this. And I do have to give this. So one thing I really have to give this credit for is it does have a backlit screen. So if we... oh, I'm about to fall on my chair. So yeah. In fact, you'll see better if And so my hands are on the back buttons now. Okay, so I'm pressing them, and so yeah, I mean, the buttons still, D-pad works fine. Like, the buttons do work fine. But now I just gotta really press hard on the back buttons to get anything to work. So you know how on the back buttons on the Game Boy Advance, you could, like, just immediately access the menu? Ugh, this is good. This is good for if you wanna, like, play Game Boy Advance games, like, in bright mode, but you have, like, games that don't use the shoulder buttons. Game Boy Advance is really good for games that you utilize all the buttons, but you gotta play it in a well-lit room. I guess both these systems have their advantages. The back button should freaking work on this thing. Like, for it, so just to summarize it up, this thing is, like, junky. It's junk. It's, like, it's scratched, it's, like, marked up. I have to look, like, paper over this. Which I do like my design, by the way. I really do. Like, okay, so start and select do work. And I can see it much better now that it's a backlit screen. That's one thing I have to give it credit for. And when you turn it off, it just goes, it doesn't like slowly fade away. Not that I had a problem with, I kind of like that this slowly faded away. It's kind of more old school. And one small last thing before I end the video. Hang on. So not that this part is really important or anything. I just noticed a couple things when I was on YouTube. So if you've seen Watch Mojo's Top 10 Game Boy Advance games video, look at the Game Boy Advance that's used for the freaking thumbnail. What looks familiar about it? It's literally the exact same, like, style Game Boy. Like, I mean, there are, like, tons and tons of colors and styles with this There's like the SP models, the micro models, this model, and it's like it's funny, out of all the styles and colors from the Game Boy Advance, it's like mine is literally the freaking thumbnail of the video. There is also Angry Video Games Nerd's video on Game Boy accessories, which is pretty popular. It's got, wow, 12 million views, holy crap. The Game Boy Advance he uses in the video, he just states this as an example of the different kind of Game Boy lines in the video. Again, it's literally the exact same Game Boy I have. So, I mean, I guess this style is kind of popular. I mean, I guess I kind of do like the Model 1 style the best. I mean, the SP model does look a little bit too much like the DS. It's also a great model. But I'm just saying, I'm glad I picked up this model because it was less expensive. But isn't that just a coincidence? Watch Mojo and AVG on, like, two popular channels, use the exact same Game Boy. And I literally have that Game Boy. Like, literally the exact same one. Either, like, imagine if this Game Boy was a prop from their videos. Damn. Wonder why it wasn't more expensive than $65. Alright, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And no matter what, I will keep creating more videos because that's what I do for fun. And yeah, have a good night.